to pass legislation that raises the debt ceiling in a reasonable, responsible, and sensible way. Now, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen tells us that the United States may run out of funds to pay our bills in just 8 days. Yet the Democrat-controlled Senate has yet to put forward a proposal or even hold a single vote. And unfortunately, the President has wasted valuable time refusing to negotiate. In fact, it's taken more than 100 days for him to even come to the negotiating table. Despite Speaker McCarthy's repeated calls to the White House to just have a meeting, President Biden declined at each and every turn until recently, inching our nation towards a Democrat-induced default. So, with only 8 days left until our nation potentially drives off the fiscal cliff thanks to Democrats' wasteful and out-of-control spending, you'd expect the President would be at the negotiating table each and every day, around the clock, until we get a deal done to avoid the disastrous default. But instead, he spent the weekend traveling overseas. To me and many of the Tennesseans I represent, the President seems to be neglecting his duties during these most critical moments. Republicans have done everything we can to avoid this scenario. Like I mentioned, the House is the only body to pass legislation that responsibly raises the debt ceiling and does so while also saving American taxpayers trillions of dollars. President Biden's actions remind me of a child who doesn't get their way. But unfortunately, the President's temper tantrum will have much more dire consequences than that of a toddler. Now, there's an easy solution to this problem. If the President were serious about avoiding default, he could instruct his counterparts in the Senate to pass our bill. The House passed Limit, Save, Grow Act, which raises the debt ceiling in a reasonable, responsible, and sensible manner. Sure, maybe the President and Senate Democrats didn't get their homework done by the due date, but they are more than welcome to copy ours and turn it in for full credit. So, Mr. Speaker, if a Democrat president delays negotiations and if a Democrat-controlled Senate doesn't pass anything, what do you get? You get the United States' first ever default that will lie squarely on Democrats' shoulders. A Democrat default. It's a shame that after all of these years that the President spent in the Senate, a body known for its bipartisanship and ability to compromise, that the President has brought us this close to default.
Good morning, friends. Is your state or city offering stimulus checks? Well, it has been confirmed that there are 3 new rounds of relief payments that are set to go out over the next few weeks. More and more lawmakers are now showing support for offering financial relief to their residents due to grappling higher food, gas, and rent prices. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video for all of the new details. Also, in just a few days, this coming Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, simply click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. 3 in 5 Americans say recent price increases have caused financial hardship for their household. This marks a 6 percentage point increase from November 2022. As has been the case for the past 2 years, lower-income Americans report greater hardship from inflation than those in higher income brackets. 3/4 of U.S. adults with an annual household income under $40,000 currently say rising prices are causing them at least moderate hardship, including 29% who say it is severe. There is only some good news right now for select Americans that reside in one of these states. According to CNBC News, Americans in some parts of the United States are getting extra cash to help offset still blistering inflation, with several states and cities offering financial relief to residents grappling with higher food, rent, and gas. Tax rebate checks approved in the 2023 legislative session will begin to hit bank accounts on June 16, 2023. The State Taxation and Revenue Department will send $500 rebate checks to single filers and $1,000 rebate checks to couples who filed joint returns. All New Mexico residents who filed a 2021 state income tax return and were not declared as a dependent will receive these rebates automatically. There is no application to receive the rebates if you filed your 2021 tax return. Residents who receive their 2021 refund by direct deposit will get their rebate deposited directly into the same bank account listed on their 2021 tax return. All others will receive rebates by check. Those who have changed your banking information after filing a 2021 tax return will receive the rebate by mail. For those who have moved to a different address, you can update your address by submitting a form to the Taxation and Revenue Department or on the department's website. The department is urging those receiving a paper check to update their address with the department. Direct deposits will be distributed first, and checks will be mailed out over a period of a few weeks. Rebate checks for those who filed their 2021 tax return with direct deposit will see the rebate check in their bank account starting on June 16th. And paper checks are expected to be issued in late June. Also, New Mexico residents who are eligible for the tax rebate checks have until May 31st, 2024 to file a 2021 tax return in order to qualify for the rebate. Residents who are not required to file income taxes due to their income levels will have the option of applying for the rebate. Applications will be processed on a first-come, first-served basis. The New Mexico Human Services Department will announce when the application process opens. Also, part of Indiana's new budget may save residents money. Indiana state lawmakers have accelerated an income tax approved last year. The full income tax cut was supposed to take effect in 2029, as long as the state hit certain revenue benchmarks. Now those requirements have been removed, and the full tax cut has been moved up to the year 2027. Indiana Republican lawmakers who worked on the budget have said they believe the state can afford to cut income taxes more quickly for Indiana residents. Lawmakers approved the tax cut in 2022 when the income tax rate was 3.23%. This year, it dropped to 3.15%. The income tax rate will continue to decrease gradually each year until 2027, when it falls to 2.9%. By that time, the total tax cut will save $165 per year for residents of Indiana who make a $50,000 a year income. The Minnesota legislature has also put final touches on a $72 billion state budget. The bill included $3 billion in tax cuts, including modest one-time rebates from the state's $17.5 billion budget surplus. But lawmakers also approved tax increases to provide ongoing funding for long-term initiatives like transportation improvements and a new paid family and medical leave program. Democrats tout the tax bill as the largest tax cut in state history, with direct rebates of $260 per tax filer and up to 3 dependents for a maximum of $1,300. This is subject to income limits, plus tax credits for families with children. The lawmakers say this will cut child poverty by a third in the state of Minnesota. Well, my beautiful and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Wednesday. My dearest friends, thank you so much for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I'm giving away more Walmart gift cards this coming Friday. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you so much and have a wonderful and very blessed Wednesday.